Hey, welcome to our Sunday spa night. This is the Treat Your Feet episode, and we are actually doing body care, everything from the shoulders down. I'm going to give you my favorite products to use that with, okay? So if you get a chance, go ahead and drop your name and where you are watching from, and we'll be excited to share some information with you. Okay, so I figured that while I do this, I might as well do my own self-care. So I have my charcoal mask on, okay, because I was like, why not kill two birds with one stone? All right, so let's talk about, there are really, first I want to talk about, there's really like three types of products you have to be aware of. And those are the products that are made for your eyes that say eye on it, okay? And those are the only things that go here around your eyes. The second thing is facial care products, okay? So facial care products do not go around the eyes, but they're specifically designed for kind of like the brow line up. And then there's body care, which is designed from the shoulders down. It never goes higher than that. Now, an eye care product is gentle enough to do anywhere, and any facial product you can use on your body as well. But we just want to make sure we're never taking body care products and putting it on our face. So let's start. The first thing that we are going to talk about today is our Satin Hands emollient. Okay, so our Satin Hands emollient, I know we're talking about the feet, but we're starting with something that's called Satin Hands. It's okay. Again, it's a body care, so it can be used anywhere on the body. So we're going to take our Satin Hands and we are going to take out some of this nice rich emollient and we are going to rub it on our feet. Okay, so let me just rub it on my feet down here. Let's see how flexible I am. You guys can see. I'm going to rub it on my feet, and I'm going to do these one at a time. Okay, so I'm going to rub this all over my feet. I'm going to do one foot, and then I'm going to do the second foot just because it's easier for me to do it that way. Because first on this foot, after we do the emollient, which is made to soften the skin, okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to get some of that dead skin off. So the emollient is helping to make those dead skin cells a little bit easier to slide off. Okay, so it's kind of like if you think about rubbing two hard things together, it's kind of really hard. They're just, rubbing along each other. But if something has a little bit more give to it, it will actually come off a little easier. So after I put that on, I'm going with our Satin Hand scrub. So this is a shea butter and sugar scrub. Okay, so I'm just going to squeeze some of this on here. And again, right on that same foot. And I'm going to really focus on rubbing it in the areas that really need an extra exfoliation. Now, we're going to do these all together tonight, but you could absolutely put this first step on and sleep in it, and then do the rest of the steps in the morning, and you will see a big difference, okay? At any point, you can put the emollient on it and sleep in it. It's always good. I really like doing that around my cuticles, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to get kind of like a wet cloth. You can use a paper towel. You can use a face cloth. You can use anything that you want, okay? So I really just have a disposable towel here, and I am going to wrap my foot like a little burrito, okay? And why am I going to do that is because it's going to help kind of hold some moisture in, okay? It's going to allow my feet to actually heat up it a little bit, because I'm going to then put it in a little booty. You do not have to go buy booties. You can just go ahead and put it in like a regular shopping bag, okay? But I'm going to slide my feet in here. So you could do it in a regular shopping bag. You could do it in Ziploc baggie, okay? So now on my other foot, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with my softener and massage that all over. So the really great thing is, while you're doing this, your hands are getting treated at the same time, okay? Just going to rub that all over. Then I'm going to do my scrub and massage that in. and really getting it in those hard, whether it be the back of the heel, the side of the foot, underneath the ball of the foot, okay? And then I'm going to get my towel and wrap my foot up in that. Oh, well, you know, inevitably I was going to drop something. This time it's water, so let's see. I love it. I love being live. Okay. We can only do what we can do about it. Luckily, there wasn't that much water in there because my cloths had soaked it up. Okay. So we will do the next, wrap the next foot up. Okay. Now I will say this, with doing this a few times, I'm going to give you the trick that I like to put a sock on the outside of my baggie. Why do I like to put a sock on the outside of my baggie? Because I will get restless and I want to walk someplace, and it's really hard to walk in a wet towel in a plastic bag. Okay, so this is my way to make sure I don't slip and fall and bust my bum. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes to do its thing before we move on to the next. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about, as we talked about satin hands, we're using for a kind of mani-pedi experience on our hands and our feet, is we do have our satin body collection. Okay, so we have products specifically, that light's too bright, but specifically for shoulders down. It comes with a wash, right? So you can use this shower gel instead of any other type of soap. And then it comes with an exfoliant scrub, which I really, really love, especially using this on the elbows, on my knees. If I don't do the pedi thing, I make sure I do a little bit extra on my heels. And it has very, very fine crystals in there, okay? And then it also has a lotion, okay? Same size, it has a lotion just like this, okay? So let me show you the consistency of the lotion. Okay, now this lotion has the same scent as one of the fragrances or options in our satin hands, right? Because we can do fragrance free, or we can do white tea and citrus. Okay, so this is white tea and citrus. Okay, and so I'm going to share with you my other product that I really like to use for the body after we take this off. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to go back to the feet, take our socks off. We are going to take our little bags or Ziplocs or whatever you're using, just keep it off to the side. And we are going to, we're going to rinse off our feet, okay? So whether it be you jump in the bathroom and you just put your feet in the tub, right? Or you just take these wet cloths, which is what I'm going to do, and just kind of rinse that off. And it's okay if you don't get absolutely everything off, but you will see a little bit of difference, okay? So we're just gonna, let me see if I can find another towel now that I had to use that one due to my spillage. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I can use one of these. Okay, so now we're just gonna rinse that off. And again, I'm gonna do it like the next step before I switch over to the other leg. I guess because I just don't like to have, like, I know I'm going to put it back in the boot anyways. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to try is from our repair line. This is our glycolic acid facial peel. Now, if I wasn't doing the charcoal mask tonight, if I'm going to put this on my feet and I'm going to let it sit there for 10 minutes, I might as well put it on my face and let it do its thing there for 10 minutes too. So this is a facial peel. So again, I talked about, like, if it's on the face, it can go from the neck down or from the shoulders down. So is it soft enough to use at face? It's definitely soft enough to use on our feet. It has a nice pump. I use maybe like 3 pumps of this because I really like to get my feet. So what this is doing, and I'm really going to make sure that it's massaged in, but I like to leave a little extra on the back of the heel where my skin is the worst. Okay. So then I'm going to put my little booty back on. I don't need to wrap it in anything. This time I just put it on like this. Okay, I just put it on like that. All right, so I will do the other foot, doing the same thing. So what is the Revealing Radiance facial peel that we are putting on? It is a glycolic acid peel. Don't freak out because I said the word acid. Okay, it just means that its pH is less than water. And because its pH is less, it's able to get into the bonds between the skin, and it's going to release the dead skin cells several layers deep. This means it's not just working like, hey, like the pumice stone or the scrub that we're using is just working from the top down, physically whatever cells that product can touch. Because this is a cream, it can go several layers down and release those dead skin cells from several layers deep into the skin. This means as the skin comes to the surface, the cells or the skin is going to look more youthful overall. Okay, so we put that back on and we're going to sit for another 10 minutes. Okay, so that is one of my favorite things. You feel a result after this, and over time, when you're getting rid of all those dead skin cells, right? The skin is going to look more radiant. It is going to be softer and suppler. It is going to be smoother, and it's going to have more texture. All right. So what is the other product that I wanted to talk to you guys about in terms of a body care? Whoop, whoop. Okay, and that is, I believe that our body lotion is amazing, okay? But I think our body butter is even better. So let me show you this. Like, this is a nice, rich, whipped butter. Okay, so let me show you the texture of this. Like, it is fantastic. And this is... I like super indulgent, has the same fragrance, the white tea and citrus. And this is something that when you put on right after you get out of the shower, oh, do you see a massive difference? Okay, you see such a big difference using this. So this is our body butter that is part of the Satin Body collection. For a limited time, we do have a body butter that is part of our fragrance line, okay? And that is our Illuminea. So it is the same texture. That's the best word to use. It's the same texture, but because it is the Illuminea fragrance, it is great to have this on your body all day long, especially if you do layer it with the fragrance itself. It is going to make sure that that scent lasts all day. This is definitely one of those things that I know it's like a limited edition item, but I'm like obsessed with it. So, and I have not met anybody who smells the Illuminea and is like, that's not for me. Okay, so we're going to magically... We'll speed up time in a little bit, but while we're waiting for our feet to get... Now, if you feel a little tingling on your feet, totally normal. If you feel them get a little warm, totally normal, okay? That is the glycolic acid breaking up the bonds. So while we're waiting on that, I might as well show you what's going on with my mask, because I figured I'd make the most out of my time here. So you can definitely see here, like, I had something underneath the skin. And because it's lighter, that means like it's a place of bacteria that's trapped underneath the skin. So the activated charcoal is really bringing it out. Let's see if I can show you. Get it close and personal. You can definitely see on my nose, it is getting attracted to some of the larger pores and helping pull out some of that oil. Can you see here? You can definitely see that there's larger pores on my chin and on the tops of my cheeks, like everybody else. So where the charcoal mask gets even like darker spots in the center where it's drying is it's attacking the oil and bringing that out. And then where it gets lighter, that's where it's attacking or capturing some of that extra trapped bacteria. So yeah. All right. We're going to, in the magic of like Julia Child's kitchen, pretend it's been 10 minutes that this has been on. Okay. So we're going to go back to, again, if you want to like go to the bathroom and rinse your foot in the tub, that's totally normal. Or, if you just feel comfortable getting a wet cloth and taking that off, that's totally normal too. Man, I can't believe I dropped that bowl of water. I mean, I can't believe it because it's me, but say lovey. These are the things you guys get to see when you're watching me. Okay, so before we're done, you're going to be like, wow, your skin feels soft. So how are we going to make sure it stays that way? We're going to infuse it with some nourishing oil. Okay, this is a great hydrator. It is great for the face. It is great for the body. I like to use this after I get out of the shower too, because it absorbs really quickly. It's great for your cuticles, and I like to put it on my feet too. Okay. And remember, anything that's like an extra moisturizer, I love the oil too. I like to rub into my hands to keep them soft too. And then we are going to finish with our Mint Bliss Energizing Foot and Leg Lotion. Feel free to use a lot of this, and you can use it to actually massage up your calf. The mint in here and the eucalyptus are going to help bring circulation. And that means healing, right? More blood and getting any extra fluid that's built up out of the area. Okay, so I absolutely love the Mint Bliss lotion. And just because it says foot and leg, it is a body care product. So I will tell you, sometimes when I've been sitting at the computer for too long, I put it right up here on my traps and the top of my shoulders and my forearms if I've been typing for too long. And that is going to help bring some rejuvenation. It smells fantastic as well. Okay. But that is what is going to help bring that circulation, relaxing. You'll feel the tingling from all those blood vessels being woken up. And now our feet are nice and soft. Now you guys know the benefits of our satin body, especially our whipped body butter. And don't be afraid to use a facial serum on the rest of your body, or even your energizing foot cream on your shoulders or your forearms. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free, drop any questions that you have, and we will answer them for you. And remember, this is one of our 4 spa sessions. We also do a glamour to learn a little bit about makeup, our simple skincare, the healthy steps to skincare, and our deep skincare session, our Hydra session, where you can get massive exfoliation and then a ton of nutrients and moisture. So it feels like you woke up in somebody else's skin. Awesome. I hope you guys have a powerful pink on purpose evening. I'm going to go rinse this off and reveal my cleaner skin. And I hope you remember that you are worthy of self-care always. Take care, everybody.